instantly reduce the overthinking. It's going to allow you to find the answers to some of those questions. You're going to stop being stuck. You're going to start being able to have that self-belief to go and do the things you want to do, and you're going to reduce that negative voice that plays out, the self-doubt that seems to build and build because of these old stories that we've been spelling in our head. And you can create an all new magic for not just your future, but just how you are in the everyday moment. I'm Ian Hawkins, and this is Sport is Life. The purpose of sport, as I see it, is to see your vision become a reality. Find your voice, create strong connections, and learn to trust your body. Just back from a run, and as is often the case when I run, I have a time to process and work things out in my head, and I get ideas. And I was reminded of something that I learnt just recently about the word confidence. Now, a lot of the people I coach, one of the key things they want is more confidence, is more self-belief, if not the main thing they want. And I found it interesting, and I'll read this to you. Confidence comes from Latin, specifically the noun confidentia, from the verb confidere, to confide, right? To confide, interesting. The Latin prefix con, a variant of com, usually means with, together, in combination. The verb fidere, and I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, means to trust. So it's trusting together. And if you think about it, from the word confide, to share, to open up in a trusting space. So confidence is, from that definition, is the ability to confide, to open up, to trust, to be able to talk about what's going on. And that's one of the key elements of finding confidence, is to have that ability to be able to share, to be able to find a trusted place that you actually feel like you can confide, you can talk about the things you need to talk about, because so much of this stuff, we get stuck in our thinking, we get stuck in our whole system. It impacts us in so many different ways when we bottle it up and we hold on to things. And you may have heard in some of the episodes that I've done with interviews where people have shared things that they maybe haven't shared before. It certainly happens in a coaching environment, because it's that trust is built and they have that sense of a safe place to be able to confide, and the relief that gives them, and the momentum that gives them, and the self-belief that they're able to increase because they've opened up, because they've confided, the confidence that has come from that. Now, I find the meaning and origins of words fascinating, from the things that perhaps come from words that maybe aren't what we think, and the actual origins maybe have a deeper meaning, some good, some maybe not so good. But when it comes to things that we really are important to us in our everyday life, then the meaning of the word is so important. I love what I also heard around the concept of spelling. Like, we are spelling, where with our words, with our language, with the different letters, words, combinations we use, we're casting spells with our words, and we're definitely doing that in our head. So our ability to create magic, if you will, perhaps not the magic that you're traditionally taught about, tricks and ways of creating illusion, but in the sense of casting spells and the stories that we tell ourselves. And there's something about that ability to confide, to open up, and a trusting space that allows us to create a real truth about the stories in our head, and it allows to get us a different perspective, so that we're not always stuck in that space of doubting ourselves and confused and overthinking, because we've got so many different thoughts going in our head. And then we have this amazing mind that's got a great imagination, and that continues to come up with different ideas of what might be going on. And 99.9% of that's just not true. We create these different stories, and these stories keep us stuck. So the ability to open up, to confide, to be able to find that trusted space is going to allow you to find so much more sense of things. It's going to instantly reduce the overthinking. It's going to allow you to find the answers to some of those questions. You're going to stop being stuck. You're going to start being able to have that self-belief to go and do the things you want to do, and you're going to reduce that negative voice that plays out, the self-doubt that seems to build and build because of these old stories that we've been spelling in our head. And you can create an all new magic for not just your future, but just how you are in the everyday moment. So something to think about. And as a coach, of course, I am a fan of having a coach. It's why I have coaches in my life as well in different areas. Whether it's a coach, whether it's finding a mentor, whether it's finding a psychologist, a counsellor, but having a safe place where you feel that trust, that you can open up, that you are getting a good response from that person in a way that's allowing you to be empowered to find that self-belief to go and get out of that repeating loop that sometimes you feel yourself stuck in at times, where day after day seems the same. That allows you to move forward and create an expansion. Instead of the loop repeating, it actually spirals outwards to something all new. So have a think about that, about how much you want, how much you need confidence, and how much you're prepared to confide to be able to get it, because that really is the answer to you building that confidence, to building that self-belief to make it happen. So that's my challenge for you today, is to find a place where you can open up, where you know that you'll get a trustworthy response so that you can start moving forward towards the better things in life. Have an awesome day. You've taken the time to listen to this whole episode. Now it's time to take action. Commit to one thing you've learned today and make it happen. And to avoid any obstructions, join the Sport is Life movement by clicking on the link in the show notes.